Good evening, MAOL students. This is a screencast to show you how to create an Excel spreadsheet, much like the one that you'll be creating for this assignment, but also in order to create tables for your paper. And I just wanted to make a note too on this. On the paper, there is no need to do a pie chart. I'll show you how to do that in another screencast. If you want to add a pie chart, I don't really find them useful. The tables are just fine. So, and if you want to not embed the tables and put them at the end as an appendix, that would be just fine. Just complete the analysis in the paper and refer back to the appendix for any additional things. So here I am in Google Spreadsheets. You can also do this in Excel if you have Excel. However, not everybody does. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a new blank Excel spreadsheet here. It automatically logs into your Google account. Here I am logged in as me from simpsonu.edu. I also have several other accounts with Google, so you can log into whatever Google account, and this is a free app with Google. You can change the title of the spreadsheet to say whatever you want. I'm going to put assignment B. The headings for your tables can be anything. You can start with those, or you can start with your data. Basically, this problem that you're assigned to this week was talking about how to project revenue with a set of data that they give you. What was confusing about giving you the data with the problem with the number of days is that the number of days is not important. Each line was basically a service. So you can just say, so the services. So you have service A, service A. Google Spreadsheets is a little more finicky than Excel. You have to enter twice, and service B, but it still works the same as Excel. Service C. So even though there were different classrooms that had different days, essentially you had different services that you were trying to calculate out for what the revenue was going to be. So basically you have number of items, or acts of service. Basically it's the number of the product or service. So whether that's number of kids being served, which is what this was in this problem, you would put it here. So you would have 10 kids that have one service, you would have 12 kids in another service, you would have 100 kids in this service, and so on and so forth. The next column is going to be, I'm trying to adjust the columns so that it shows the whole picture here, is going to be the amount charged per service. So for service A it was $50, for service B it was $200, for service C it was $25, for service D it might be $10. It could be any number of these things. So this is essentially what the problem is asking. What are the services, the number of people using those services, and the amount charged? And then it's simple arithmetic to go equals this amount times the amount charged. With Excel and Google Spreadsheets, you can pull this all the way down. It will give you, it'll repeat the formula as you pull it down like that. You can go equals subtotal. Function code is going to be 9 for a sum. I know that just from experience. I don't know why you would use any other function code. There's average, count, product, but 9 for sum is going to be the one that you're going to use the most. And then comma, you just select the range and then put the other, and it'll give you the total. I like using subtotal rather than sum because if you had a subtotal, so say like you wanted to know what service A and service B were together, equals subtotal 9, comma, so now you have a subtotal of A and B. That does not change this total down here. So I really like that function, subtotal. It makes it easy to add rows, to keep your subtotals without changing this one, to not have to select each one that you want to add up. So it makes it really easy to keep your total the same. When you're adding a new column, you want to make sure to insert within your range that you're already selecting from. Otherwise, if you insert down at the bottom, you will have to change this to include the bottom row in your range. There's one more thing I wanted to show you. I don't know if Google Spreadsheets does this. Yes, it does. Okay, so when you highlight this range here, down at the bottom, it will show you the sum. If you select, you can see the average, the minimum, the maximum, the count, the numbers, the count numbers. So it's kind of a cool function if you're just wanting to look at what the subtotal or the sum is of these numbers here. It gives you that right away. So that is how revenue is calculated. And you can, make it look prettier, put a heading at the top, make your columns nicer, make your rows better, however you want to make it look. Make this bold. That's fine. Really, it will depend on who you're presenting this to, is how you're going to modify the format. I'm not as much interested in that as long as you understand the concept of this. So that is pretty much it. You can share this with me, and then I can open it up with Google Sheets, or you can print it as a PDF. And I think actually it lets you save as PDF. Publish, maybe not. So yeah, you can print it if you have a printer that's a PDF printer. You can print it to PDF and send it that way. But what's good to know about this also is that when you're reviewing this spreadsheet, when you're in charge of a nonprofit, you'll be able to look at these and see the formulas up here and know that the formulas are correct. Check the work of your employees, and you'll be good to go. Let me know if you have any questions or if this wasn't clear. And you can even use screencast-o-matic.com to show me what you're doing and ask any questions. There is a free version that will allow you to do that. All right, thank you very much, and I hope you have a good evening.